Guys, so today we are dealing with some potential mental breakthrough energy. This energy has actually been ongoing the past couple of days. We have Mercury in a square to the nodes of the moon. We also have the moon itself lining up with the north node, opposing the south node today and activating this square to Mercury. So there could be some really faded energy coming through today that is really helping us to mentally break through in one direction or another. And there's some other things to talk about today too. So let's jump into the report. Let's talk all about what we have going on. Welcome back to my channel, everybody. Today is Tuesday, March 8th, 2022. My name is Aubrey, and this is your astrological outlook for the day. I do apologize for my absence yesterday. Really wasn't feeling too hot over the weekend, but much better than yesterday, so going to do my best. Let's talk about the energy. Let's talk about what we have going on. Like I said, the past couple days, actually starting on Sunday, moving into Monday, and today also, although this aspect is separating by now, we have Mercury, our messenger planet, having come into a square. And it's actually a T-square because it's with both the north and the south nodes of the moon. And they are always in an opposition to each other. We currently have the north node right now at 25 degrees of Taurus. We have the south node right now at 25 degrees of Scorpio. And what do the north and the south node rule? Well, they rule the future and the past, where we are going, where we've been, what we need to learn, what we need to grow into, the next phase in our personal evolution and our collective evolution via the collective cosmic blueprint and our own personal natal charts, and what we are very good at, what we're comfortable with, what we've essentially mastered, and what we need to really release, let go of, transcend out of in order to move in this new direction. What essentially, if we don't graduate from, becomes like a prison that holds us back from gaining a sense of growth and expansion that our soul is looking for in this lifetime. So that is essentially what the nodes of the moon represent, but just definitely destiny and karma is what they can be summed up into a nice little package of representing symbolically for us. And Mercury, this is the mind, this is our thoughts, this is communication, this is information, this is the media, this is the flow of information, this is things moving quickly forward, backward, streamlined directions. This is also traffic. Mercury can also rule siblings, younger siblings specifically, but generally it's ideas, thoughts, communication, the mind, information, speaking, talking, writing, all of that, communication, all of that. And when we have Mercury in the sign of Aquarius, this is definitely tells us, like, first off, right off the bat, that our mind is going to be more geared towards our plans for the future, especially with the conjunction having just happened to with Saturn. What our plans are for the future, what our goals are for the future, what foundations we are laying right now, sort of the ideas and the thoughts in regards to the direction that we want to move forward at this point in time, coming up against the north and the south nodes. There could be some type of information that is coming to us now that brings some type of conflict. Today, especially as I get more into this energy, we have the moon involved in this as well, coming into a conjunction with the north node. So this could definitely be a more internalized conflict that we have going on today, but there could be some information, some messaging coming through that kind of puts us in a position where we are forced to make like kind of a difficult choice in regards to the direction of our future. Mercury also ruling the sign of Gemini, ruling choices and decisions. Again, having just made the conjunction to Saturn, we may be facing some relatively difficult choices and decisions in regards to the trajectory and the direction that we are moving forward, laying these foundations at this point in time with just this Aquarius, Saturn, Mercury nodal axis energy. This could also be things that we are finding out that actually is helping us to release, let go, and move away from one way of thinking, perceiving, ideas that we may have had about people or relationships or circumstances, or just how we viewed reality in one aspect or another, sort of getting like blown up or totally just like imploding in one way or another, and sort of sending us down this radically new direction of thought and understanding that really maybe opens our eyes about something and changes, again, these plans, this trajectory that we want to head down going in the future. But with this Mercury in Aquarius, having just made this conjunction to Saturn, very future oriented, what and this is in alignment with our authentic truth too. This is in alignment with, what we genuinely feel is right for us at this point in time, moving forward. The foundations that we are laying based in this authentic potential that we have inside of us too. Remember, the North Node is in the sign of Taurus. And so this direction, this future direction that we are being asked to move has a lot to do with us regaining an understanding of the resources that we have inside of us and the authentic potential that we have inside of us to cultivate those resources, to tap into them and to nurture, develop, really, really cultivate them, and to actually use them to create some type of tangible physical support in this material world, being in the sign of Taurus. Like, it just started pouring. This energy is wanting us to tap our own resources, and create something in and of ourselves that can bring us that financial stability or that material support, that material comfort, that ability to create something secure and sustaining for ourselves for the long term, moving into the future. Saturn and Aquarius in that authentic alignment. But in order to do that, again, it is requiring South Node and Scorpio. That is what we are needing to release. We are needing to release any attachments that we have to toxic psychological patterning or subconscious programming or people or relationships or situations, or the relationship that we have to ourselves being out of balance and therefore not allowing us to see the truth of the value and the worth that we hold inside and tap into these resources that truly can bring us this ultimate sense of ability to create and experience and provide fulfillment for ourselves in this material world. Taurus, the second house, moving forward into this age of Aquarius, where, as we get this started with the North Node being in Taurus for this point in time, in square to the sign of Aquarius, this is really telling us that we get that a lot of this is coming from this internal self-reliance, this ability to be resourceful in and of ourselves and to tap that authentic creative potential and use that to stabilize ourselves, moving through perhaps some unsteady times going forward over this next few years as we are making this energetic shift, this energetic transition, because a lot has to fall away. This is very death and rebirth energy. A lot has to crumble down in our 3D physical matrix so that it can be replaced with just ways of life and ways of doing society and interacting that are more of a reflection of the energy that we are moving into and less of a reflection of the energy that we are moving out of, the old paradigm at this point in time. So again, back to this aspect that we are dealing with today. Like I said, this is not exact today. We have been dealing with, you may have been experiencing this, Sunday, Monday, and also this energy is still very valid for Tuesday. And again, I will talk about, because we have the moon coming into play for this aspect as well today, but definitely there is some messaging coming through. Also, remember the degree of Saturn right now, 20 degrees of Aquarius, that Sabian symbol or that specific degree in the zodiac described in a symbolic form, just so we can get an additional layer of clarity for how this specific placement interacts with our physical reality. That Sabian symbol is a large white dove bearing a message, and this was the degree of Mercury and Saturn in conjunction for our new moon in Pisces. So all month long, there is likely to be this messaging coming through that is really opening our eyes or helping us to gain a conscious awareness of something. We also had the sun in conjunction to Jupiter for our new moon in Pisces, of the truth of our power, ultimately. Also, we had Mars, Venus, and Pluto in conjunction for our new moon, but definitely this messaging theme coming through today, and today with our messenger planet in the square to the north and the south nodes could be some ideas or some mindset changes or just shifts in perspectives or messages literally coming through that really help move us forward in one direction and help us move away, release the past, something that we've perhaps been attached to that hasn't been good for us on another hand. So now let's talk about the moon today. We do have our moon in Taurus. The moon has been transiting Taurus since Sunday, I believe. Yes, we had a moon conjuncting Uranus. This may have brought some emotional upsets, some shocking or surprising things, some changes to plans. It is really coming down out there. It just got real dark. Sorry, you guys. But we have the moon is no longer in a conjunction to Uranus today, but it is heading into a conjunction with the north node of the moon. Again, this is the point in the sky that is representing and activating that destiny, this fate, this next phase of our growth and evolution, what we are learning to become now. But again, we can't get there without having to release, let go, and move on from whatever is going on with the south node. And right now we have the south node in Scorpio. So today there is an emotional alignment going on. The moon rules our emotions, our what's going on inside of us, our feelings, with the direction, the path that we are heading going forward. Things may be falling into place for us in some type of way, but remember, we have Mercury in the square to the north node as well. So this is bringing up a square between the moon in Taurus and Mercury in Aquarius. And so this could be creating that internalized sense of conflict and tension going on between our emotions and our mind. It's interesting though, because they're both future oriented right now. We do have Mercury in the sign of Aquarius talking about, having just made that conjunction to Saturn, talking about moving forward. And we do have the moon in the sign of Taurus talking about, where we're headed next, but also opposing the south node. This could definitely, it's probably these emotional issues that we are reflecting on in regards to the direction that we know we need to move forward at this point in time. This bringing up the emotional issues today. That's really what it could be, with the moon also conjuncting the north node, but also opposing the south node, bringing up this emotional reflection internally upon the things that we need to release, move on from, these like long-standing, perhaps these toxic attachments that have been really holding us back, but they've been comfortable for us and we haven't really known how to maneuver without them. And we're gaining this new awareness of them right now. And, we know we need to move forward in this new direction, but it could be bringing up this internalized conflict, this internalized frustration today, these kind of like not so great feelings, just as a result of that dynamic, this reflection on what we need to release, let go of, and move on from once again. And just the difficulty, the perceived difficulty in actually making that happen could be something that we are maneuvering and navigating today. And also, because the north node and the moon is also in that position in Taurus, going to be forming a trine to the north node, or to Pluto, who, remember, is in the end of Capricorn as well, where the Mars-Venus conjunction just happened. So the moon is going to be lining up with the north node, also making that trine to Pluto. This is deep internalized emotional transformations going on as well today. So that really could be what is sort of bringing up any struggles that we're dealing with today. It's like we could be just going through some really deep, profound feelings, really like in our feelings today, especially maybe in regards to what we know we need to, what is falling away at this point in time, in the direction that we know we need to embrace going forward, because that is truly the direction that our mind is in right now, what we're thinking about, and where universe is pushing us with the north node so activated at this point in time. But just in that reflection, maybe about the things that we are having to detach from in order to get there, bringing up and seeing things clearly too. We could be feeling a little bit just sort of disillusioned by things in this energy as well. Remember, we have the north node right now at a large, well-kept public park, and we have the south node right now at 26 Taurus, or 25 Taurus. An X-ray photograph helps with the diagnosis. So it's like the things that we could be really seeing through right now could also be bringing up this just sense of disappointment, and that perhaps like the image that we had of things is not as we thought it was. Maybe, how things appeared to be, we are seeing through and realizing that that is just not how they truly are. And maybe this could be bringing up that sense of internalized conflict as well. Cognitive dissonance with this, the moon in square to Mercury, could also be a thing that we're dealing with today. But the Sabian symbols are also talking about, the need to be resourceful. And I really feel like this is resourceful in and of ourselves with that North Node in Taurus, as I've been talking about. We have Mercury today, in this square 28 Aquarius, a tree felled and sawed to ensure a supply of wood for winter. In regards to that large, well-kept public park, like, I feel like something about this energy is talking about the need to really be keeping our mind focused on what we are cultivating within us, what we are tapping into within us, what we are creating, the creative solutions that we're coming up right now to help us move forward and maintain that that balance and that well-kept, public just status or image or comfort that we might be looking for at this point in time. As all of these things are being revealed to us, we really have an ability to maintain our own status and level of comfort right now, as things may be sort of like crumbling around us, if we are able to tap into these resources within us and ensure our supply of wood for winter. Essentially, I feel like the degrees are telling us about today. We also have Venus moving ahead. Venus is inching ahead of Mars. Mars has sort of been in the lead all the way up through this Venus-Mars-Pluto saga over this past couple of weeks. Mars was sort of, taking Venus by the hand and like leading her through the pathways of hell, but they have, been transformed in the fire and are standing in their full reintegrated, rectified power and glory of divine feminine, divine masculine, having overtaken and overcome the Lord of the underworld. And now Venus is stepping out into the lead. And there's also a lot of divine feminine energy that I feel like we are going to be starting to resonate to feel and to step into over this next couple of weeks, as Venus and Mars continue to transit Aquarius together and Venus begins to separate and move forward. I feel like we are going to be collectively gaining the sense of self-empowerment, specifically in terms of our value, our self-worth, and our ability to create in and of ourselves from a place of love within us and an ability and a desire to spread that outward. I feel like this is going to become more of a prominent theme that we're not even necessarily conscious that is going on, but I think that it's going to start happening more over this next couple of weeks. We have Venus today at 3 degrees, moving to 3 degrees of Aquarius. A deserter from the Navy stands suddenly aware of a dawning truth. Freedom is never the result of compromise. And I do feel like, this is sort of what we have come to discover, or what we are going to be coming to discover over the course of this next Pisces cycle as we head towards our new moon in Aries, our new astrological year for 2022. Freedom is never the result of compromise. We had this new moon cycle is in a conjunction to Jupiter, ruling freedom, gaining this massive conscious awareness of truth. We had a Venus-Mars-Pluto conjunction exact to the degree for the new moon in Pisces, at the degree of the Pluto return of the United States, this rebirth of this reintegrated divine feminine, divine masculine, supporting the revolutionary spirit of the human collective. And now we have Venus inching ahead today at this degree, speaking to freedom never being the result of compromise. I really do feel like moving forward, we are going to see this reawakening of the human spirit and the lack of ability for it to continue to lie like latent under the surface of things. I think that people are going to, and if, even today, with this mental energy and this square to the nodes, these mental breakthroughs, these conscious awareness, this self-empowerment, I really think that we are on the brink of a major shift in human self-empowerment, and therefore, as I said in my new moon report, I feel like we're exiting the matrix right now. And I just, again, feel like Venus at this degree is emphasizing this. We have Mars right behind her, 2 degrees of Aquarius, an unexpected thunderstorm. There could be, perhaps more of this warlike, aggressive, battle, attack type energy, unexpected going on. But again, one feature of this energy has been that nothing is really as it has truly appeared to be throughout this past couple weeks. We had a Sun-Jupiter conjunction at the degree, what was it? An officer drilling his men in simulated attacks, and Mars is the planet ruling attacks, war, battle, stuff like that. At this degree, an unexpected thunderstorm. There may be some more sort of like just unexpected things happening in terms of that type of thing. But again, I really don't necessarily think that we are seeing the full picture of it. And I think that it is perhaps serving a different purpose than what we are being publicly informed of, just because of the way that the energy and the Sabians are presenting themselves. We also have Jupiter right now. Remember, this was the degree that we had a Sun-Jupiter conjunction the other day too, because the Sun-Jupiter conjunction was actually a 2-day conjunction. It began at 15 degrees of Pisces, and then it moved to 16 degrees of Pisces. In the quiet of his study, a creative individual experiences the flow of inspiration. And this, to me, goes with the degree of the sun today, which is 19 Pisces, a master instructing his pupil. It's like we really do have an ability to truly channel and get in alignment with our higher selves, with the flow of the divine, essentially, and a master instructing his pupil, with our higher self, with God, with the universe, and the vision of what they're presenting for us in alignment with our authentic truth at this point in time. We really do have an ability to channel that. Neptune also 23 degrees of Pisces right now, materializing medium, giving a seance. There's so much energy. The South Node in Scorpio in a trine to Neptune at this point in time as well. There's so much energy right now that is really helping us to attach to our higher selves and our intuition and be guided, truly guided through that energy into what we need to release, and so that we can open to these opportunities that are trying to find their way to us right now, because that is, how this energy is working. We are in a time of manifesting miracles, soulmate connections, things that are trying to really truly bring us genuine fulfillment and abundance coming in, but we can't open to them if we are still holding on to the things that are keeping us at a vibration that is not allowing this resonance to take place. So that is the aspect of having to release, let go, and move away from a lot of this as well. But it's happening, it's all going on. We've had the nodes of the moon so activated lately. This has been bringing in a huge, just like hand of God, divine intervention, fate and destiny being activated, karma very much so also being activated. We have been breaking and clearing massive amounts of karma over this, and we will be over this Pisces cycle as well, heading into our new moon in Aries 2022. It's going to be a really beautiful year of some really divine and fulfilling changes coming to us. But overall today, you guys, it's not too busy of a day in terms of the aspects. We just have this moon lining up with the North Node, again, activating destiny. There could be some things really that are meant to happen falling into place today. Some alignments that we are spiritually feeling called to release as well, with Neptune also in the trine to the South Node right now that we are reflecting on. This could be bringing up some internal anguish or conflict in regards to, our mind and our emotions in that square today, perhaps some cognitive dissonance, but we are having mental breakthroughs in this energy. And the divine feminine, we are starting to align more with that heart space energy that is trying to break us through in this new direction. North Node in Taurus, take us down this new path that is trying to lead us to this sense of fulfillment. So that's what we got for the astrology today, you guys. Let's talk about the tarot for a quick minute. Tarot time, everybody. Oh, we got a beautiful message today. It is very interesting. So shuffling the cards this morning, asking God, Spirit, Universe, please give me some symbolism to clarify the collective energy. Where are we at right now in the context of these aspects that have been transpiring? What's been going on, these activations? We got some very, very feminine energy natured cards coming out today. Again, as I was talking about how Venus has she's taken the lead in this energy, and we have this supported heart space energy that is growing over these next couple weeks. I really feel like this week that is going to start to be ignited and initiated. Look at what we have in terms of the tarot cards coming out today. The first card that we got is the Queen of Wands. This is definitely talking about, bossing up in our own life in regards to our own creative talent and potential and our passions, what we desire, what we love, what we're passionate about, what we want to go after, this creative energy, this creative ability, this fiery nature, this assertiveness, this recognition of our power and of our ability to create. And then the next card that we had coming out was the Empress, you guys. This is the ultimate in that conception, in that fertilization energy within us, in having like all of the energy of all of the queens, essentially, like the Empress holds within. And she's able to create and cultivate and stand in her power. And this is that coming from that place of unconditional love and abundance. And then the next card that we got coming out was the Ten of Cups, you guys. Whoa. This is basically telling me that this is the Venus, Mars, and Pluto reintegration, rectification of the divine feminine, aligning with that true heart space, leading to that unlimited, like, true fulfillment. Like, that is what this energy, what this Venus energy is leading towards as we go into this 2022 year. 2022 breaks down to the number 6. This year is about bringing in exactly this. It's trying to align us with our passions, with our desires, with our authentic truth, with our self-worth, with our self-value, so that we can truly create and attract this unlimited fulfillment and abundance. And on the back of the deck, we had the Moon. Now, again, this is another, Mother Moon, this is another feminine-oriented, feminine energy nature card. This could be saying that we might be in a little bit of confusion, or we might not at this point in time see that this is actually what is transpiring. It might be sort of clouded for us at this point in time, or we may be a little bit in the dark as to what is actually transpiring in the process of whatever we are personally navigating right now. Like, it might very much so not like look like this is the course of things. This is the process of what's happening. But these cards are telling us that, at least to start this week, and the energy that we have to start this week, it is looking like we are on a trajectory to start moving towards this internal sense of creative potential and this rectification of heart space energy that is trying to bring us our 10 of Cups. That is trying to bring us to a place of that unlimited fulfillment. And this is the process that I've been talking about. You know what I mean? Like, the Empress, she can get this 10 of Cups because she is that 10 of Cups. You know what I mean? Like, she is aligned with that internally. And the Queen of Wands, like, she is that power. She is that self-worth. She is that self-value. She recognizes that about herself. And that is also why, in this progression, she is capable of all this creative potential and all this creative power and the ability to attract and receive these 10 of Cups. So we may be feeling a little bit in illusion or in delusion about this feminine energy right now, or about our ability to receive, or about our, the state of our heart, our unconditional love, or all of that type of stuff with this Moon energy on the back of the deck. But generally, we just need to have faith and remember that we are moving in that right direction. So we have 10 of Cups coming, that's how I feel about 2022. That's where I feel like it's really trying to bring us at the end of the day. So I don't know. A lot remains to be witnessed. We'll see. Let's pull a Synchronicity card now, you guys. These beautiful, wonderful cards are by Janice Shulman, and they are just little pieces of advice, wisdom. Oh, this one wants to come out. From God to give us a little bit of extra of what we need to help us navigate the energetics on, any given day. Love to pull the Synchronicity cards because they really do provide a lot of really helpful advice. So this card that we got today, it says, go within for peace. And with Mercury in Aquarius and square to the moon with the north node and trine to Pluto, that probably is really good advice. Once again, go within for peace. Pursue peace with all people and holiness, without which no one will see the Lord. Hebrews 12:14. When discord or disharmony is raging around you, go within yourself and be thankful for the grace of God within you. Say, thank you for restoring peace to my life. Smile, bless all, and continue to your goal. And I do, again, this is really good information. This is a really good piece of advice for us today as we have this square going on between Mercury and Aquarius, this future goal-oriented energy, but also perhaps some drawbacks, perhaps some really difficult feelings, reflecting on the things that we need to let go of. So our advice today from God, go within for peace. And when there is disharmony around, go within and be thankful for the grace of God within you. Smile. Thank you for restoring peace to my life. Bless all and continue to your goal. So that's what we have today, you guys. That is the message from the cards. That is the message from the stars. I hope I was able to provide something of value to you that can help you in navigating your experiences today in one way or another. If you guys liked this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends if you think they would be interested. Leave me comments, you guys. I absolutely love your comments. I love your feedback. I love hearing what you have to say. I have a Facebook page, a Facebook group, an Instagram, a TikTok, and a website. If you are interested in any of that, they're in the description box below. And I will come back with me tomorrow, you guys. We will have more exciting astrology to talk about as we make our energetic entrance into the age of Aquarius. Wishing everybody a beautiful day. Go within for peace, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.